My mic is off, bro. Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. It's your host with the most reporting live to you and yours. You know, I hope you people have been good and well. And welcome back to the channel where I keep you updated with the daily transfers that has been going on. Obviously, it's been a long day. If you've been checking the tweets, if you've been checking the lives, it's been a long day generally. What's happening in the football transfer world? Isak is back in training, and Newcastle are moving for Sesko. And finally, Newcastle have got a win. Finally, Newcastle have a win. Sesko is finally choosing Newcastle over this graveyard. And Sesko might be right. Because if he is choosing to move to Manchester United, that's a graveyard site, 1,000%. How many careers have been dead and buried in that Old Trafford scene? So I think Sesko is making the right move, choosing Newcastle over them. But Newcastle have made the bid, so it's only right that he chooses Newcastle. Of course, Manchester United have been talking about it, but you gotta walk the talk at the end of the day. You cannot just be talking about you want to bid for something. The days are moving. It's almost 30 days until the window closes, and Sesko's been making a lot of buzz for a player of that caliber, a young youth. I don't see where the buzz is, to be honest, and I'm happy Arsenal didn't sign him. I'm really happy Arsenal didn't sign him. And RB Lesbeck has been doing the most, to be honest. RB Lesbeck has been shameless. They asked for 75 million euros plus 5 million add-ons, and then Newcastle bid the same money. Now they're telling Newcastle that the money is less. How is the money less? You literally said you want 75 million and 5 million euros on top. Now you're talking about the bid is less. Shameless, that is shameless from RB Lesbeck. That is why we didn't get along. I believe that is why Arsenal walked away from the deal. I think that is why even Manchester United are even contemplating on the deal. Guys, thank you for locking in. I'm doing this on a daily show. Make sure you smash them make sure you smash them likes, and then you subscribe for daily notifications, because the daily show is just going to be going on for the next 30 days as well. Got a big task ahead of me, but regardless, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy you guys are tuning in. And make sure you smash a like and you subscribe to your boy. But the big news coming out today is Alexander Isak is back in training. I didn't see this one coming, to be honest. I didn't see this one coming, that Alexander Isak would be back in training. For what reasons does he need to be back in training? I thought he was just gonna go on a rogue situation. He was gonna go rogue, like, nah, I'm not coming back, do the shameless. He was just gonna do the unthinkable, push, double down and tell them I want out. I thought he would do that, Isak, that he would definitely double down and tell Newcastle that I want out, I'm not coming back in. But it sounds like, when a dog is coming home and then it got his tail between his legs, coming at home at night looking for food. It's like Isak is like, I'm coming back, can you forgive me? But it remains to be seen that what is really happening, because there's been a lot of chaos. I cannot even process what is happening, but it seems like something is there. Why would he suddenly want to go back to training? It's a big question there. Why would Isak suddenly talk about I'm coming back to training? All of a sudden he was training alone in Real Sociedad, talking about I don't want to go back in. And maybe he has seen that the headlines have been too much, the buzz has been too much around. And for Liverpool as well, it leaves a lot of questions for Liverpool, because they were talking about they want to bid for the guy, right? They were talking about we all serious, we want Isak, and already Newcastle has already communicated that the bid for Isak is 120 million, and then they throw in a cheap shot talking about 120 million. That's a cheap shot. That's why Newcastle was like, now we're not taking it, because it's a cheap shot. It's the same thing what Wenger did when Suarez was being sold for how much was the money? I think 40 million, and then Wenger had to bid 40 million plus £1. Like, what is that? Just being shameless for no reason, trying to be stubborn, And that's the same thing that Newcastle is trying to do. That's the same thing what Liverpool is trying to do. But I think Liverpool, they feel they're in a stronger position than Newcastle. They know they already have Isak's head rolled over. Isak's head is literally turned over. But I don't understand why he's coming back to the training section. This is the only thing that's got me buzzing. Like, why is he coming back to the training section? If he really wants out, then he need to down tools, right? So It's been a lot of things that's been going on today. A whole lot of things have been going on today. So a lot of people have been coming up with different states, different analysis, different angles, But I can surely tell you, it's been a big. It's been a hella. It's been a long day for the daily transfers, And Manchester United fans, I want to know how they feel, because Manchester United people, there was one bunch that was already buzzing about Sesko. There were Manchester United, another bunch. I think 50% of the bunch of Manchester United fans were already buzzing, talking about Benjamin Sesko, talking about Tesco. They were talking about he's the main guy. Now we want to see. Now I want to know what is really what's happening in Manchester United, because most Manchester United fans, they were ready to bid on. They were talking about Watkins is a good deal. These are realistic Manchester United fans. These guys are big them, because I feel like they're talking facts. If you have an attacking line off of Bruno Fernandes, Oli Watkins, Mbemo, and the other guy, I'm forgetting that guy. It's a real attacking. But if you have Sesko, someone who has scored 14 goals in Bundesliga, literally Bundesliga, it's not even Premier League, it's Bundesliga, the Farmers League. No disrespect, but I feel like it's a different ballgame. But I don't know how Manchester United people will feel that Newcastle, after taking so many L's, they have finally outbeaten. They finally have a win, because it looks like rumors coming out that Benjamin Sesko has chosen Newcastle over Manchester United. So Manchester United fans are going to have to hold that L, take it to the chin and move on. I think they can still get a striker like Wisa or Jackson. He'll tell you, man. 263 Sports News, but make sure you subscribe to 263 Sports News. That's my guy as well, Make sure you subscribe, Make sure he's a big Chelsea fan, even though I don't read Chelsea fan, but he's a big Chelsea fan. Make sure these guys have Nicholas Jackson for Manchester United. Manchester United can as well get Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea. Kyle Augustin is talking about Manchester United. Yeah, bro, Manchester United is the main deal. How are you feeling? Because now it looks like Sesko has chosen Newcastle over you guys, after all that talk, after all those comparison videos you guys were making on Twitter, talking about we got Sesko, we got Benjamin Tesco, trying to hype up the guy. But now he has chosen, it looks like it's not official, but word on the street is talking about he's choosing Newcastle, For me, I think he's making the right decision. Sesko should just go to Newcastle, not Manchester United. Manchester United is literally a graveyard for careers, You tell me one career that has flourished in Manchester United. Don't worry, I can wait. Chat. Anyone who knows one career that has really did well in Manchester United since the Pogba days, no one has done well, Maybe Bruno Fernandes is the only guy, but most of the players coming from Manchester United haven't done so well. So this is the thing. I think Sesko is making a good decision. It's not even clear if it's authentic, but it's a good move, because Manchester United at the end of the day, they haven't even made the bid, But the thing I'm not understanding is why Future Loco, why are you taking a cheap shot, man, talking about my peanut? Bro, make sure you smash the like, Future Loco, But this is the thing, I don't know why Isak is coming back to training. That has just been the thing. Why is Isak coming back to training? For what? This guy literally has already down tools. He told us that he wants out. So get the step in. Go. Just go on, move on, Then looks like he's back again in Newcastle. I think Ed Howe will be buzzing, but the Newcastle fans I was chatting with last night, they were like, he can get stepping, He was nothing before he moved to Newcastle. He was literally nothing, and we made this guy, and then he decided to turn on us. So Newcastle fans are even, they're rattled, they're angry, bro. So I don't see him coming back. I don't think he'll come back. I don't think he has plans to come back. I think he just saw that what he did and the reactions that it's going through, it's driving men crazy, driving this Jodis crazy, you know. I seen the kickoff podcast. This guy is going crazy. He's literally going berserk, talking about, we made you, Isak. How can you do this to us, bro? We went through the same thing with Van Persie, bro. Life is like that, you know. Life is like that, you know. Life is like that. So this is just about big up to Ryan. Ryan is talking about guide. Who's guide, bro? I don't know who's guide. Ryan is talking about guide, but I don't know who's guide, man. Who's guide. This is just the other thing, you know, that if Liverpool get Isak, we are all done. I don't think any team can compete with Isak. I don't see any team competing if Liverpool get Isak. It's done. Truly done, you know. So I was picking up on Isak, right? So I think Isak needs to, you really need to do something, bro. I don't think the Jordis can accept him back. They will not accept him. I think disloyal, he's like a snitch, bro. It's like letting a snitch after what he did. And if it wasn't for Ed Howe, I don't think anyone would know him. And if it wasn't for Newcastle, we would not be talking about him right now. But this is just life, you know. I think he was just supposed to do the Hurricane thing. If you saw just check out my previous stream yesterday. I said about the wrong thing, the same thing. That he was supposed to do what Hurricane did. You know, Hurricane was humble with the move. So many times they got blackballed, but he was humble with the move. He didn't even talk about like, I want out. Because these teams at the end of the day, they build you and you'll be a legend for there forever, you know. There's nothing for you there. Thank you. Yes, people, my bad. I'm back now. So Isak has been the topic, but I'll leave Isak, man. I think we'll come back to Isak some other time, you know. And Aaron Ramsdale has joined Newcastle officially. Aaron Ramsdale has joined Newcastle. I used to rate Aaron Ramsdale, man. Even when we signed Raya, I didn't see the point of us getting Raya, but it seems like Aaron Ramsdale has another team. Now he has a solid team, you know, because most of the team he was joining, most of them were getting relegated, you know, they were getting relegated and getting relegated and getting relegated. But now I think with Newcastle, he's in a good position. I don't think Newcastle will get will get relegation. He joins on a season long with an option to buy. So let's see if he can get an option to buy. You know. Yeah, I'm back. Yes, another news as well. Spurs, you know, Spurs, their captain is leaving. Son is leaving now after like 10 years at Spurs. It looks like he's leaving. I don't think Thomas Frank must have just told him, you're not in our plans. Like, clearly, you're not in my plan. I think Son will leave for 20 million in Newcastle. And also Tottenham, they have signed Joe Palino from Bayern. You remember he moved to Bayern, but he didn't get any game time. So I think Tottenham, he will definitely want to play the way he did in Brentford, trying to dominate the midfield. This would be Thomas Frank's ball. Literally, I have a feeling he will just do the same. And Tottenham, they have like 300 million to spend this season, so they're really in a good position. They're really in a good position to sign some solid strikers. They need to sign some defenders, however. I think they need to have a bit of solid defenders, because I don't think Tottenham's defenders have been doing them justice. You know, they haven't been doing them any justice. For us now, we are waiting on EBERECHI as the move has been talked about. Ben Jacobs has even said Arsenal are working on Eze, but the release clause is expiring today. The release clause for EBERECHI Eze is expiring today, and we haven't done anything concrete, you know. So this is the thing where I have an issue with our recruitment, you know, that Eze is a major asset. He is something is supposed to be a priority that should come on top of the list, but instead we are not prioritizing it. We're talking about we're going to sell some players, and then only we can sign, you know. I'm like, but you prioritize Madueke, you know, over Eze. Madueke is 50 million. Eze's release clause is 68 million. We couldn't pay 68 million for Eze because we are waiting to sell someone. We are waiting, maybe if we get a Trossard bid or a Zinchenko bid or a Reece Nelson bid, then only we can make a move, which is bollocks, man. This is just beyond me, you know. And these people want to sell Reece Nelson, but if you saw a preseason game, Reece Nelson has been cooking. He has been cooking. He's coming in for 10-15 minutes, but he's even playing for the guys who played the whole game. You know, he is cooking, very literally cooking. So I don't understand the move, why we need to sell Reece Nelson, you know. after what he is doing. I don't understand the move, why we need to sell Reece Nelson, because the guy is literally cooking for what he's been doing. He needs to have more game time, you know. This is and then if you go back and then you look at all over again, and then you ask the same question I've been asking. If you watch my previous shows, if you watch my previous issues about Noni Madueke, is what does he offer that we don't have? This is might be the main question. What does Noni Madueke offer that Arsenal don't have? Literally nothing. Literally nothing, because Waneri can do what he's doing. Doman can do what he's doing. He has pace to run and then cut in and then cross on his, you know. Of course, he's an Arsenal fan now. We have to support him, but at the end of the day, you know Arsenal, right? We in a very we don't have the big bag like the way Liverpool are doing it, spending 400 million. I don't think we're in that position. So for us, I think Eze was supposed to be a priority. If we had signed Eze and Gyökeres in the first time, and then now we can talk about trying to sign Madueke right now, it will be okay, because no one wants Madueke, bro. Now for Eze, we don't know what will happen, you know. Maybe tomorrow Tottenham will wake up and tell us they want Eze, because Tottenham have the bag. Like I said, they have 300 million to spend. Tottenham, they have literally 300 million to spend, you know. So it haven't been good business. I think Beta has been cooking. I can give him a 6 out. I can give him a 6 out of 10 for the transfers, literally, because he made the transfers so quick. And then we finally have a striker, something that our previous sporting director failed to do. Our previous sporting director failed to get us a striker. Instead of getting us a striker, he brought in Kai Havertz. You know, the guy is buffered up now. He might as well join WWE. SummerSlam is on SummerSlam is on today. He can go play SummerSlam. Be tag teams with Logan Paul. You know, I don't care. He should just move to there. I think for him, the highlight of the game, when I saw Kai Havertz in the game, is literally when he shoved off this Tottenham defender. That is the only time I saw that Kai Havertz was there, you know. The end of the day also, if you look at it, Arsenal, our playing style is tricky, you know. Our playing style is tricky. We're doing what we did last season. We are waiting on MLS to invest. We are waiting on Odegaard to find Saka, and if Saka cannot find any pass, he's waiting to give it to Ben White. And then Odegaard is always on the right side. And then what is happening to Martinelli? Martinelli has no support. He literally has no support, because already MLS has already cut him. There's no one coming to run in behind him. That is the other thing. There is literally no one to come and run in behind him. You know, so people are going at Martinelli, talking about he's been poor. But if you saw Martinelli when he was playing, I had this chat yesterday with Ethelnet. You know, Ethelnet. He even pointed out this one, that when we had the moment at the time Martinelli was playing very well was when he had Xhaka along him. You know, when we had Xhaka along him, Xhaka was putting in balls in the space. You know, Xhaka was putting in proper balls for him in the space every time. You know, he was putting in proper balls for him in the space every time. That is the moment he flourished. That is the moment he had those 15, 17 goals. I don't remember how many. I think he had 15 goals, because Xhaka was there and Xhaka knew how to feed him the ball. Now Declan Rice is out there trying to play wide. Declan Rice is out there running socks off every inch of the field. Declan Rice has to be back. He has to run in the front. He has to come back. Declan Rice, our Declan Rice from last season, we haven't even seen him this season. If you saw the preseason, I understand it's a preseason. The guys are absolutely rusty, you know. I give it to them. But our first 5 games, not 5, 6 games, they could be the death of us, you know. They could be they would define our win or our lose. Anyway, I'll just save those 5 games for another show. I will save those 5 games for another show. I'm sure we have a lot of time. We have like until the window is going to open. The Premier League is going to open, I think, around 17 or something. Then from there, we will dwell on the first 5 games. I think for now, we can just dwell on what is there on the preseason. People take preseasons lightly. They will talk about preseason as a light game, you know. But we all know that Tottenham is not a light game. We all know Tottenham is like the blood and the Crips, you know. We don't mix. You know, we don't mix. We don't mix. Water and oil, they'll never mix. This is what it is with Tottenham. So when people are talking about Tottenham and Arsenal, that's just a preseason game. But if Chelsea lose their preseason game, or if Manchester United lose their preseason game, or Liverpool when they lost to AC Milan, all you guys were talking about, Liverpool lost, we beat AC Milan, you know. Double standards, you guys have. You have all these double standards, you know, talking about it like it's nothing. Now when you lose, it's just a preseason game, you know. I don't think we're in a position to win if you're going to approach this season the same way we did last season. Because last season we already found out. They already found us out. Unless Arteta finds a way to start feeding the ball in the middle to Gyökeres, you know. This is why I say that if you check I have a lot of videos I spoke on this. That's the thing. Gyökeres is the only guy who's there to resurrect the team. If Gyökeres comes in and then he resurrects the team, he'll be the only guy that resurrects the game. I'm really sure he'll be the only guy. Him, Zubimendi, of course, I give Zubimendi and Saka, they'll be the key. Odegaard, I don't recognize him anymore. I'm sorry. I don't recognize our captain. I don't think he's our captain. I don't think a leader does that. I don't think any leader in any team does that. You don't see Bruno Fernandes doing that. It's unforgivable, you know. There's nothing to be there. There's nothing, you know. A big up to Foodie Prodigy 12. Yeah, man, make sure you smash a like and you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. He's asking Messi or Ronaldo. What do you think, bro? What do you think? What do you think, Football Prodigy? What do you think, Messi or Ronaldo? I had the same question yesterday, and I'll give you the same answer. The answer, you saw how you typed. You have to type Messi first, which means you know Messi is the one. So I'm done on that one. I believe it's Messi at the end of the day, Footy Prodigy. But if you have another different answer, we can talk about it. But Messi all day long. Messi's all day. Thank you, bro. We done it. Okay, 1 second. You support Manchester United or what? I feel like this is a United fan. I cannot see the picture on your screen, but I feel like this is a United guy. No Messi every time, bro. More Messi has a World Cup, bro. Messi has a World Cup, you know. Ronaldo don't have any World Cup, bro. The biggest trophy in football history is the World Cup, you know. All these things we can talk about, these small things, but if you don't have a World Cup, there's no way you're going to compare a Euro Cup with the World Cup. Different levels. It's levels. So I think Messi cuts it at the end of the day. Messi cuts it. In other news, Liverpool, I don't know how Liverpool things are going very well. I think their sporting director that joined is the one who's cooking. Nunes, apparently, El Ahly, this is my neighbor, you know. Saudi is just my neighbor from there. Neighboring country, just a few hours away. They're interested in David Nunes, you know. I don't know how Liverpool this season have been cooking. They've been getting a lot of offers, bro. Liverpool. So you imagine if they sell Nunes to our Ahly, how much back they'll have, you know, how much money they'll have. They'll just spin it back. I don't know if they want to do the Bitcoin thing again, or they'll just run it back and put it on Isak. You know, but because for Isak, I think for Isak, they'll need to pay like a 130, 140. They'll agree on a 130 or a 145 or something, 140, because they already throw a jab, a sucker punch they throw, talking about 110, when they already know this guy is starting from 120. This is the beating from 120. So it's not good enough from them, you know. But Nunes looks like your Ali is interested in Nunes, and Nunes already mentioned that he wants out of Liverpool, you know. Nunes, Diaz left already. He's in Bayern. He played even the preseason game today where they won, I think, 2-1. And Diaz already moved on. He's already enjoying life somewhere else. So if David Nunes moves, this is more revenue, and El Ali there, and they have all your money, bro. They can spend whatever you want to charge the player. I'm sure they'll pay. So Ben Jacobs reported that Darwin Núñez remains an option for Ali. internal talks taking place over whether to approach Liverpool with the key input from Inzaghi first. Okay, their new coach right now is Inzaghi. Yeah. Liverpool's valuation is 70 million. Liverpool valuation informed by 70 million euro pound offer turned out in January from owners. But 70 million for Nunes is too much. 70 million is too much. No one is getting 70 million on this guy. I'm very, very sorry. I'm not paying 70 million for him, bro. For what? What has he done? What has he done to get 70 million for Isak? I don't think it's a proper bid, I don't think it's a proper bid. I don't think so. Already Chelsea, if you know Chelsea have signed a new defender, Hato. I had this guys texting me talking about his future. He is only like 22, I think 22 or 19 years old. Chelsea, what I've decided now, I've decided, I've seen what Chelsea are trying to do. Now I've been seeing it. Last season I didn't go deep to check what they are doing. Only now I have an idea. Chelsea are trying to buy players and then they can resell them at a premium. You understand? The thing they did with us, with Madueke, the same thing they did with their keeper they sold. So they're trying to buy players, young players, build them up, and then sell them at a premium. There's something we didn't understand when they were buying all those kids last season. We were laughing at them. But you saw, even their books, they've made more profit. They have made a lot of profit, Chelsea, just because they're in the buying and selling business. Same thing what Wenger was doing. The only problem, Wenger was selling our key players. For these guys, they are not selling our key players. They are not selling their key players. They are selling the youths. These other guys, and they're even ready to replace. You saw now Nicholas Jackson, they are ready to sell Nicholas Jackson. I don't think anyone is signing Nicholas Jackson. I don't think so. But you never know. This is the Premier League. You never know. Maybe another coach can see something that we do not see, and then he can come up and talk about, I want to pay for Nicholas Jackson. But I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. They are still under talks for Xavi Simons, but I don't know how Xavi Simons and Noni Madueke differ. For me, the only difference is Madueke is a winger, and Xavi Simons will come in through the middle. But they are almost the same level. I don't think you can rate Xavi Simons more than you can rate Noni Madueke. I think they are almost the same level. I don't see this business how Chelsea are trying to do it. I don't think it's necessary business, but let's see. Maybe they want another attacking option because we all know Cole Palmer was very poor last season. Cole Palmer was very, very poor last season. Everyone had an answer: double up on Cole Palmer. Next season we're going to double up on Cole Palmer. So I think that is why maybe they're trying to get another option. Big up to Nick 1991. It's a long-term deal, 7-year deal to players. If they don't perform, you're left with them for a long time. Yeah, bro, it's a gamble. This 7 years is even better, bro. Imagine these other guys that have 9-year deals. They have 10-year deals, decade years deal. For Jackson, they renewed the deal. But for them, I think they are waiting on it's a gamble at the end of the day. They are waiting on building up these players. If they are signing any player who's 19, because if you see most of the players they're signing, they're not signing these old guys. They are literally signing kids at a young age, because there's no way you can sign someone who's about my age, like 32 or 30, for 10-year deal. What I'll do, 10-year deal, I'll be gone by then. I'll be 40, I'll be 42, like this. So they're trying to sign youth. They know they can bring them up, they can train them, and then they can resell. I think this is the strategy. They're trying to do maybe what Wenger couldn't do. But Wenger, the main thing with Wenger is he sold Van Persie, he sold Nasri, he sold Fabregas. The list goes on. I can never forgive what Wenger does for us. I can never forgive, he broke our heart. He put a spear through our chest, just like boom. So, but Hato, I've heard some good things about him. They're telling me he's a good kid, he's a good youth. But the thing with these people coming from Bundesliga, I don't know, but Bundesliga can't give, because he was playing with Julian Timber, and we know Julian Timber is a whole different level. He's definitely a whole different level. So I think it remains to be seen if he can flourish and if he can play well. Nick 1991 is saying abusing the system. They get players is they offer them recorded ridiculous teams and then offer teams and offering them more than five and all. I don't see, bro. This is a loophole we didn't see. We haven't seen this in Premier League history. The way Chelsea have been doing business, we haven't seen it in Premier League history. That you give a player 10 years or 7 years, we haven't seen it, bro. I think even Liverpool have started doing it. I think for Ekitike they gave him like 6 years too. You know, it's something. I think they have brought in. Yeah, what you're saying is right. You know, they have brought in. They have brought in. Okay, this is a good point. This is a good point. If they don't, it's a long-term deal, 7 years to players. If they don't perform, you know, okay, abusing the system. Okay. Now pin this one. So I think they are. It's a loophole. It's basically a loophole. They because the thing was this financial fair play. Maybe this is why they're trying to play back and tell them we are signing these players for 10-year deal. So you cannot say anything. They will recruit as much as they want because they have like 10-year deals, so they can recruit a lot of players. As for us, we have players coming in for 2-year, for 5-year deal. We cannot sign as much as Chelsea do, but they are doing foreplay, something we didn't see, bro. Should be kept at 5. This is what I'm saying, bro. I don't think there's any limit to signing how many years. You know, I don't think there's any. Maybe next season they'll come up with 15 years, bro. They'll come out 15 years. They'll sign these young youths and sign for, they'll sign for 15. Because the thing, you know what? It's working to their favor because they can spend more. You know, that is the main thing. It's working to their favor because they can spend more on the players. I think that is the main thing. How it's working to them because they know now they can spend it on a lot of players the money they have. Whereas if they were signing all these 5-year deals, they will not have this opportunity. But Chelsea, bro, we can say what we want about Chelsea, but how, bro? They keep selling these players. People are interested in Chelsea players, man. We laughed at them last season, but see, Arsenal got Madueke. They sold that keeper. They keep getting people. They keep selling their players. They keep even making profit, bro. This is the thing I applaud Chelsea for. You know, we might have laughed at them and say everything, but they keep making money. They keep making profit, bro. As much as Todd Boyle might have been stupid, and even I was also laughing at him, bro. But I saw people talking about Chelsea is making more money. They're making good profits in what they are doing. You know, so I don't think we can question them anymore because if they are making money already on what they are doing, then but it's just basically it hasn't been ahead of, even Ibrahimovic when he came, he didn't do this thing, Ibrahimovic was just about for business. You want to come in, I'm gonna give you 200 300 million to spend, to give me a Champions League. You can get me a Champions League or not, then you're out. It's a business, not a football club. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, it's definitely a business, bro. It's definitely a business. Business comes place. Football club is for us fans. It's for us fans who go home hurting, talking about we lost or something. But for them, it's not, bro. It's not even that. It's basically business. Because someone is putting in his hard-earned money. You saw even if you see the reactions that Todd Boyle were making when he's sitting in the stands, it will tell you that this guy is well invested in the team. It's the same thing with this guy, this Nottingham Forest guy. You saw what he did in that game when they lost. He had to go and attack. He had to go and attack the coach, talking about how you lost the game, bro. These guys are well invested, bro, because at the end of the day, it's business. If they end the Champions League, it's business. But I don't know, what is your thoughts, bro? Do you think Chelsea can compete for the title next season? Because a lot of Chelsea fans are talking about they're going to be in the title race. But for me, I don't think they have the leaders. I don't think they have the guys with experience to take them over the line. That has been my main thing. I know Joe Predo's good, but Oh, little Junior is back again. What up, Junior? What up, Junior? What up, Junior? You came right time, Junior. You came right time, bro. We're talking about Chelsea, your team, Junior. Work one, Junior. Thank you for tuning in, bro. Make sure you smash the like. You came the right time, bro. Just scroll through the previous charts, How you guys, Nick is asking, how are you guys giving this 10-year deals, But I think I came early today. No way they can win the league. Man City, no, bro. I think I came early. No, bro, you on time, bro. You on time, bro. I already tuned in like almost 45 minutes. I'm here, bro. It's okay, but don't rush to go. No, it's okay. You know what? Today is a weekend, so I'm gonna be there, bro. Today is a weekend. I'm all in. Today's a weekend, so I'm all in. But yesterday, because I had to go to work, so I was like, I need to sleep. I need to get some few hours. I was the time here. The time when it was here, it's around 2. I supposed to stop the stream in 30 minutes, but I went on to an hour because of you guys. You guys cooking me. You started cooking Chelsea. You started cooking Arsenal. So I ended up leaving. I think I left 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Dubai time. This is like Dubai time. And I need to wake up in the morning at 8 a.m. to go to work. So I was like, I need to get a nap. But today is a weekend, so I'm all in, bro. I'm all in. Whatever you want to talk, we can discuss, man. We can discuss. I want to get your thoughts though on Isak, because Isak apparently news is coming out. Okay, I'll answer your question first. What's your opinion on Son leaving? No, I think Son is leaving. Bro, he's old, bro. I don't think he can still fit in the team. And Thomas Frank, I don't think Thomas, because what I heard is they were going to have a discussion with Thomas Frank. So I think Thomas Frank already told him, like, you're not in my plan, so you need to leave. But I think Son, he has been there for a decade, bro. Same thing with what Harry Kane has done. So I think it's about time he moves on. As a player, I think he will need to find new challenges and everything. But Son has been a killer, bro. The only thing I hate Son for is how did he miss that opportunity against Man City. He deliberately missed that shot when we were supposed to win the title. In his head, he was thinking like, I cannot let Arsenal win the title. Let me just fumble this shot. I will not forgive Son for that one. Son, in any way, he is not missing that shot. Only 33 some stats. Only 33 some stats is main if you look. Only 33. Okay, Nick. See, the thing, Nick, is this. The thing, only 33 some stats is crazy if you look. The thing, you know what? The thing with Chelsea. Okay, you're talking about Sadio Mane. Only 33 some stats. Okay. Bro, Sadio Mane is good, bro. Even you, I still. But Nick, I wanna know your team, bro. I think you're probably a Manchester United fan, Nick. I have a deep feeling that Nick is a Manchester United fan because the way you're going at Chelsea, you're probably a Manchester United fan or Liverpool fan. Between those two, was Little Junior is waiting for you. You want to know what you are. No Man City, bro. You know what? Man City fans, Man City fans, Man City. How are you supporting Man City, bro? You have to explain, because there's no way you guys are supporting Man City. You guys started supporting Man City maybe in the 2000s when they woke up, when the oil money came from Abu Dhabi. That's when you guys decided supporting Newcastle. But if I look deep down, maybe you were supporting Manchester United. I don't think you guys support Man City, bro. No, I'm playing with you, mate. Okay, then. Then we good, bro, because there's no way I support Birmingham City. Okay, bro, then that makes sense. Birmingham City, that makes sense, bro. The thing, you know what? In my growing days, I think Birmingham City was in the Premier League. I think those days it was in the and you know, I have an issue because I barely watch this the championship, you know, but the championship I had, it's more physical, it's more entertaining, but I need to watch more championship games, you know. I think they are very, very nice, bro. I think I need to watch. The only games I'm watching are like those playoffs, you know, when teams want to qualify for the Premier League. This is the teams I'm watching. This is mainly the games I'm watching. Yo, well, Man City done good. Yo, well, Man City done well more than Arsenal. Yes, championship, good league to watch. High standard. Yeah, bro, because I think you guys are playing how many games? I think like 50 games or something. I don't remember how many, but you have more games. Yeah, City have done more than Arsenal, bro, because they have more money than Arsenal. They have rigged the system, you know. Wait until the judge. If they lose that case, you know, obviously they'll not lose the case because I know the bid, they'll bring a lot of lawyers, a lot of criminal lawyers to win the case. But City, bro, guys, Pep is finished, guys. Pep is finished, bro. Pep is finished. How is he losing that Club World Cup game? Pep is finished, bro. Pep is finished. This is me being shameless. Pep is literally finished. I don't think he has it anymore. Without KDB, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. You need KDB to. Let's see, but let's see. Of course, I'm an opposition, so it's my job to hate on this guy. Whatever I want, I'll just hate on this guy. But City done well, bro. Because if you're winning 4 times in a row the title, if you're winning 4 times in a row the title 4 times, bro, 4 times. It's history books, bro. History. Manchester United fans used to be talking about, no, we have players like we're the biggest team, until Manchester City came in and did the most, you know. Do you mean Pep of Portugal? Bro, Pep, but you know what? Pepe was very good, bro. I used to like Pepe. Pepe was a stubborn guy, you know. He was a very, very stubborn guy. That's why I like Pepe so much. Pepe was a stubborn guy, man. But no, man, I mean Pep, like Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola, literally Pep Guardiola is what I mean. Pep Guardiola is finished, bro. He's finished, bro. But I'm just being shameless, bro. Pep will not be finished, bro. This season he will come back with a vengeance. I'm very, very positive. He will come back with a vengeance of what happened last season. He'll be like, I remember what you did, you guys. He wanna go on a 25 game unbeaten run. You know him, right? When January starts, he will run from January until May unbeaten. Pep is gonna come back with more, bro. Guys, make sure you smash the like, you know, make sure you smash the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You know, every day we do this daily transfer. We have 30 more days to go, so I'm gonna be here keeping you updated on all the transfers, and I want to hear all your opinions. So make sure you guys smash the like. Larry Jr., there's been a lot of buzz about Isak today. I want to get your thoughts on Isak. Even Nick, I want to get your thoughts on Isak, because Isak has been the headline. Now it's coming out that he's back in training. What does this mean? Is the deal off? Or is he trying to play humble? Is he trying to just he's just trying to keep it like because he has seen the massive criticism. Maybe he's trying like let me make up for what I did. But in his mind, Liverpool has already spun his head. You know, they already got in his head talking about, you need to move to Liverpool. I want to get your thoughts, you guys. You know, because I think Sesko, I think Isak will move there. I think Isak will move to Newcastle. I had Ken yesterday. I had Ken yesterday. I had Ken yesterday. A Liverpool, not a Newcastle fan. He was very, very angry, talking about Isak and F off, you know, because we made him, and he was nothing without Newcastle. And then when he came, he decided to step on our feet and walk away. So the Geordies are lit. They are rattled, you know. They're very rattled, These monkeys, they're very rattled. They're not angry. They're very, very angry. So I want to get to know what Newcastle fans feel about this as well. Yes, pick up to Jurassic Edits. Yo, Jurassic Edits is Wagwan, Make sure you smash the like, subscribe to your boy. I want to get your thoughts though on Isak. I had this back in training. Are you guys gonna welcome him in open arms? He's made some mistakes. He's willing to come back. Are you guys gonna welcome him? Nick is talking about Isak. He has to otherwise get left off. He signed the contract, put up and then shut up, and then you he has, otherwise he gets left out. He signed the contract, put up, shut up, and got 3 years left. Yeah, bro, I think he was supposed to do it. For him, I think he was supposed to do it in a professional way, Tell these guys, like, I want to move in a professional way, like, guys, because what happened is he tried to play the thing like he's injured and everything, but he didn't want to go to the preseason. He was just supposed to take it the right. That's why I'm saying he was supposed to take the first step. How Hurricane left. But for this guy, I think Liverpool just got his head spinning. They got his head spinning. He's an African youth, bro. We will not get so many chances. So maybe he just thought, let me move. But I think he was just supposed to do it in a proper fashion, Tell people like Jurassic Edits, like, I'm gonna be leaving, and then fans need to know in a proper way, and then you can go in the right way. But what he did, just to decide, I'm calling quits, I'm out, I'm not attending your preseason. I think he was doing the most. I don't know what you guys think, but I think he did the most on that one. He was just supposed to, 3 years left on the contract. It's a lot of years, man. But I want to get your thoughts, Jurassic Edits, In my opinion, we put Isak on the reserves next season. Let it, bro. Bro, why you cannot let a top tier striker like that rot, bro. You know it yourselves. And then who's gonna be your striker then if you let him rot? Who's gonna be your striker? Big up to Nick Klopp, and big up to Dick Wagwan, bro. Big up Nick. I want to get your thoughts as well, bro. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, bro. Tomorrow we back again with more Transfer Daily News. But you cannot just let Isak rot, bro. You cannot let Isak rot, bro. Just sit him on the bench. You're doing the most, bro. You're not even talking about the bench. You're talking about reserves. No, for me, you know what? I literally grew up. I have a personal. I like Newcastle. It's not like my team, but I grew up watching what Alan Shearer did. Alan Shearer is like my. I wanna highlight this one. Wait. I wanna highlight your opinion. I grew up watching Newcastle. I respect Newcastle, bro, because when we grew up when we were young kids, Newcastle were out there doing the most. Alan Shearer, even up until now, he has the most goals. He's like the striker. I rate him and Henry. So I have some, but bro, to let him rot in the reserves, bro, that is too much, bro. That is too much, bro. I think the first month or two, don't play him. Just don't play him. And then slowly you can put him in for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then second half, slowly initiate him with me. Because the thing, I'll tell you, your team won't be better without Isak. Isak is the game changer. The preseason, you've lost all your games, bro. All your games you've lost, bro. This is the thing. You will need Isak at the end of the day. That's why even if you saw Ed Howe is like, this guy has a contract with us, I hope he joins the team. Ed Howe is playing professional because he knows Isak is a breadwinner, bro. It's a game changer. The reason the reason that even you guys are in the top four, right? Are you not top four? Yeah, you're in the top four, yeah. You're playing Championship League game. You're playing Euro. You're playing Champions League right now. It's because of him, bro. That's the thing. If you get Sesko, well and good, but he cannot fill up those boots. He will not get you 20 goals. I don't think so. He will get you 20, 22 goals. I don't think so. I don't think he has it in his caliber, you know. So this is my thing with Isak. But I know, bro. I know how it feels, bro. I know you preaching to the choir, bro. I literally watched Van Persie leave, bro. I still have the memory. I have the vivid memory of Van Persie leaving, going to win the Premier League title with Manchester United, bro. So what you're talking about is even less, bro. I've been going through the most, you know. As an Arsenal fan, I've been going through the most. This is the thing, but I've been trying to dilute, to work it out, to make up some scenarios, you know, about what Isak is trying to do by telling people that he's coming back to preseason. Is he noticing that maybe Liverpool are ready to step away, or is he noticing that the social media, the hype has been too much? But I think in another way, if you look at both sides of the story, you guys put in a bid for Sesko. So I want to know, because rumor is coming up that Sesko is choosing Newcastle right now. Are you guys going to have two strikers? I don't think so. I think Newcastle is waiting to get a replacement first, and then get the deal done, get a green light, and then they can push Isak out. I think this is what is happening. I literally think this is what is happening on this deal. I don't think you guys will let him go. I don't think you let him go without a replacement, bro. I don't think so, because already even Wisa is already pushing. The Brentford has already told Wisa you can't leave, because Wisa was talking about a one out. He also refused to join the preseason. So it's a whole lot of things to discuss, people. It's a whole lot of things to discuss, and the stories just keep unfolding, hour by the hour. Before you know it, a new thing is there, you know. So especially like today, you're at work, but you'll be at work, but then you open your phone, another buzzer comes. Isak is back in training. Sesko bid. Manchester United are in discussion. Manchester United are just talking, bro. I don't think Manchester United are one, because Ruben Amorim, he wanted Oli Watkins, you know. For United fans, I hate Manchester United, but if I'm going to analyze it open-minded, I think Manchester United need to bid for Oli Watkins if they want to have a chance to coming back to Europa or something. They need to have Oli Watkins, because Oli Watkins is a guaranteed 15 goals. He's a guaranteed 5 to 7 assists in the game. He's a game changer, bro. He's a game changer. But I don't think Aston Villa, at the other hand, they will sell him. I don't think so. It's tic-tac, bro. It's a blow for blow, you know. People out here just trying to scrape what they can scrape, you know. But I don't understand this. The thing that got me thinking a lot is the Newcastle move, you know. That they want to bid for Sesko, and then at the same time this guy is coming back. Maybe, but Liverpool also are doing that, you know. Liverpool literally knew the bid is 120, and then they were like, nah, we're gonna put 110. What is that, bro? What is that, man? What does that mean? They're just trying to intimidate Newcastle, talking, because they know they have an upper hand. They know Isak wants in. Isak wants the move, you know. They're just trying to play games, trying to be in a holding position. But I think for Newcastle, today they'll have a win if Sesko decides to join, because the news coming out is Sesko is choosing Newcastle over Manchester United. And like I said, people, Sesko has made a good idea, because that graveyard side in Old Trafford, that is a graveyard. All the careers that are going there, they're all getting buried 6 feet in the ditch. There hasn't been any good career from Manchester United. Maybe Sesko has looked at it and thought, nah, bruh, I want to be part of this, you know. So he probably thinks better I leave, better I go out, better I be out, better I be out. But RB Lisbik has been doing the most, RB Lisbik. For a team that wants to sell someone, they've been doing the most. I'm gonna just read the tweet that Ben Jacobs twisted 1 hour ago. RB Leipzig has rejected Newcastle's offer for 75 million euros plus 5 million bid for Benjamin Sesko. 75 million fixed fee made their quotation value, but overall package deemed acceptable in terms of both total and structure. RB Leipzig not yet dropping their demands from when Arsenal were working on the transfer from Jokers. Manchester United yet to bid, but remain in the heads, have held club to club and player talks. RB Leipzig and some sources saying Manchester United offer to create a competitive tension. Sesko has still not, as of Saturday afternoon, indicated to either club which one he prefers to join. Despite reports coming from Slovenia, he has already picked Newcastle. Prior to Newcastle's bid, there were some fears within the club that Sesko was holding out for Manchester United. So if he is choosing, this is Alex Crook Joy. This is Alex Crook reporting. Alex Crook is he's a reliable guy this season. Alex Crook and Ben Jacobs, they have been reliable, but Slovenia, news coming out from Slovenia is that he is really keen on moving to Newcastle. I'm just waiting for Manchester United reactions. I want to see how these people feel. I want to know what they feel, but I don't know how. RB Leipzig, we're talking about, we are valuing about 75 million euros. All of a sudden, now they're talking about they need more money. Why you need more money? You later told us you want 75 million euros. We have given you 75 million euros, but now you're talking about you need more money. These guys are dirty, bro. They are dirty, bro. Dirty, very dirty. They are very dirty. RB Leipzig, they are very. I don't respect what they do. I don't respect them at all. I think they're shameless with it, They're very shameless. In another news, Ben Jacobs reported that Brentford are now prepared to let Johan Wissa leave, providing a striker a firm softening of their not-for-sale position for the early of the window. Wissa then play in the Brentford friendly against Cupara, but club and player are now working towards an exit in August. Newcastle are prepared to place a new bid. Wissa's priority is Champions League. Spurs also inquired on signing him. So looks like Spurs might be interested in Wissa, but they already have a striker. Spurs, I don't know why. Because of Thomas Frank. Okay, that should settle with them. Then that should settle. That should be settled. But the main news for today is between Isak and Sesko. They've been the main buzz, and I don't want to see Liverpool signing Sesko. I really don't want to see them getting more ammunition. I was really buzzing about Gyökeres, and if they get this guy, bro, it's a game over, bro, for us. It's literally game over for Arsenal fans, because I don't think with him and Salah, it'll be a long day for us, man. It'll be a long day, But Fabio Romano said that Benjamin Sesko will make his final decision soon. Newcastle informed Leipzig last week they are set to match their request, same for player terms. Manchester United still there in contact with RB Leipzig as well, but they have not bid anything, Manchester United. They're just talking, but they need to walk their talk, The other player who's been linked to Chelsea as well was Alexander Garnacho. I don't know how Chelsea fans feel about this. Are you still there, Junior? I don't know how you feel about Garnacho moving to your team, bro. I don't think Garnacho is a good guy. I don't think he will add anything to your team, Garnacho. I don't think he is the guy for you guys. I don't think so. Garnacho can do it. I literally don't think Garnacho is the one, man. Chelsea also have been, if you have the news has been going on, I think for weeks now, that they want to sign Xavi Simons, but the deal has not yielded too much. But it seems like Xavi Simons is very, very keen on joining Chelsea, and I think it's the deal that's in the pipeline, and hopefully there'll be some news soon. There will definitely be some news soon about Xavi Simons. Arsenal and Liverpool, I think we're reported to be monitoring the situation as well, but we haven't got any green light. I don't think Arsenal are still in there. I think Arsenal, they're basically just waiting on, Eze, they're basically waiting on Eze. Just hopefully Eze, we get some signing for Eze, because Eze is a true game changer. Say what you want to say, but in any team, Eze will change. Eze will definitely be a game changer. I don't know why Arsenal are dilly-dallying with the deal. It does not seem like it's a priority for Arsenal. It seems like they're like, we will wait for whatever happens. We'll wait until we sell Trossard or Zinchenko or Martinelli or Ruiz Nelson, and then only we can bid for him, which is not the thing, because there is a lot of teams that are lacking. There's literally a lot of teams that are lacking and waiting to sign this guy. There are literally a lot of teams waiting. There are little teams, but it remains to be seen, people. It remains to be seen. Because for me, I want to see as it giving Odegaard competition. That will be the main thing. Okay. I'm back, people. I'm back. I just said quick recess, but I'm back, Where were we? Okay, we were talking about this. I'm just open. I'm really, really curious, why Isak is back in preseason training. I want to know why Isak is back in preseason training. Is he trying to play the devil's advocate? He's trying to play. I really want to know why he's back in preseason training. This is the question that's been bugging me the whole day. And I want to get your thoughts. Why is he back in preseason? If you're out, right? If you're deciding you want to step out, then you step out. I want to know why he's back in preseason training. I don't understand the whole thing. Why he's back in preseason training. I don't understand why he's back. Why he's back, man. I don't understand. We lost the game in Hong Kong where we had more fans. In Hong Kong, literally most of the fans were Arsenal fans, and then we lost to Tottenham. I think it's almost 3 years now we've not lost to Tottenham, man. And we lost to Tottenham. It's a disgrace, man. And I'm angry with everyone talking about it's just a preseason game. I'm very, very angry with these people. This lot just, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. I want to chat with Riley. Riley, I think he's at work right now. I'm waiting for Riley. You need to explain why you think it's a preseason. Why you think we should just rub it off? Because what? And the other thing I understand, that if you sign new players, they will need time to gel, they will need time to gel. We cannot, no guy will need time, obviously. He's coming from Brentford. He's a through and through Brentford player. Zubimendi is coming from Russo, dad. But I've been impressed with Russo, with Zubimendi. Moscara also is good. His structure, I was talking to my guy in the day. His structure is more like party, He's more like a party guy, lively. And he will take on players. Moscara, I think, that's a good signing. I think Moscara will do us wonders. He will definitely do us wonders, bro. He will do us wonders. But I don't know, man. I don't know why Isak is back in training, I don't want. Let me just check what is happening. Let me just check. And then I can share with you what I find. And then you guys can let me know in the chat why his guy is back, The Athletic Football tweeted that Alexander Isak is returning to the UK and is set to resume training with Arsenal following a spell working individually in Real Sociedad. Guys, make sure you smash the like, make sure you smash the like and you subscribe to your boy. Hit up that subscribe button, daily I'm gonna be here and we will discuss the daily transfers. It's not just gonna be me. Well, I want to hear your thoughts on this daily transfers. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The news of Isak's return comes day after Athletic reported that Newcastle had rejected the formal bid for £110 million for the Sweden international who wants to leave St. James Park. Liverpool's stance is that they are not inclined to bid again after the quick withdrawal to their first offer, but their interest in the players going on. Bro, who they are trying to fool, We all know they will bid again for the player, We all know they will bid again for the player. There is no way they're not going to bid again for the player. They will definitely bid again for the player. They will bid because they need Isak. They cannot fool us talking about they don't want to bid again. They will definitely bid again. They're just playing mind games, They're just playing mind games on this one. They're just playing mind games, People are talking about Isak is overrated. I don't think so. The best thing he can do is to come back, get his head right, and act professional with the contract to honor. Don't move. Don't pay attention to outside noise and if he gets a move away, then that's fine. Bro, you already made news from away, One guy is talking about Newcastle should keep Isak, sign sign Wisa and Watkins too. I don't think that works. I don't think so. Newcastle will be forced to sell Isak for a lower fee than 150. They can keep Isak and Sesko in the same cap for a long time. Who says they cannot keep? Who says they cannot keep, bro? Who are you to say they can keep anything they want to keep? I don't think it's impossible. They can definitely keep him. They can. How much is he? That's the thing. They can keep him, bro. They can definitely keep him. Maybe, but bid is 150 and they test the waters better. Okay, Liverpool absolutely bullied Isak. Yeah, bro, they bullied Isak, bro. Even if they don't bid for this guy, they're just gonna leave him hang to dry like a clothesline. That will be that will be unforgivable, you know, from them. It will be definitely unbelievable. Well, Beast is talking about Sesko goes to Newcastle. In 2 years' time, he will give the possibility to join a big club of his choice. He will go to Manchester United and then he will go to Liverpool. This is his choice. That's another whole different story, bro. It's a whole different story to discuss. But David Ornstein tweeted that Alexander Isak is coming back to the UK. You will return to training in Newcastle age right now. You know, the 25 years old. So the bid was rejected. So, but they're still interested. Maybe the bid being rejected just told them, bro, let me go back. You know, let me run back home. You know, at the end of the day, you know, that forgotten son, he got so much money, he played, and then, you know, you always gotta get home, bro. No matter how you play around, you gotta know you're home. You gotta know I need to go home, you know. But comments have been coming talking about, so basically he went away for a break to recover and train. All the whole Newcastle stuff in Asia, in Liverpool loving the media, try to make it more of a story than it was noted. I don't think it's like that, you know. Now this guy is talking about he rejected Liverpool. You think he will reject Liverpool? It's not happening, bro. No one is rejecting Liverpool. Alexander Isak is returning to the UK to resume training with Newcastle United. The 25-year-old striker missed Newcastle's Asia pre-season tour. Liverpool offered for the citizen was rejected, but interest continue. What type of interest, we don't know. What the interest are, we don't know, you know. But Liverpool have like 400 million to spend, and if they continue on this hike, I think they need to win something. They will not just spend $400 million and then talk about. But I think if they have Isak, we all know, bro. Night. Steph Curry settings, you know. Steph Curry settings. Like the chef is cooking, it's night. I don't see any other way. I don't see any other way. Isak is not banging 25 goals. Salah is not banging 25 goals. I don't see another way. It's seriously murder. It's a murder scene. Homicide, you know. They'll kill it. Definitely. They will definitely kill it, bro. Anyway, people, thank you for tuning in. It's been an hour and 30 minutes now. I've been logged in, you know. I've been logged in. Thank you for your vibes and your contributions. Without your vibes and your contributions, guys, I'm not even here, you know. Without your contribution, your subscribes and your subscriptions, and you pulling up every time, I will not be here. But I want to shout out to the gang, you know. The stream has been booming, doing very well for me, and thanks to you guys, you know. Make sure you smash a like, you subscribe to your boy, hit the notification bell, and let's come in and chat, bro. Let's come in and chat. Let's come in and keep you know, banter for banter, you know. The season is gonna start. When the season starts, then we can get to talking. You know, when the season starts, you know, it's a whole different business. Me and Junior will not be talking. I don't think me and Junior will be talking. He's gonna be coming for me. I'm gonna be coming for him. You know, people like Jurassic days. We will not be talking. You know, we will not be talking. But the transfers have been buzzing. You know, I've been. Even when I'm at work, I cannot wait to come back to the stream and talk to you guys, you know, and get your thoughts on these things, because the transfers have been very, very crazy, you know, and we're only still far away. You imagine what is going to happen when we're 2-3 days away, when it's about to close. That's when all the madness coming, you know. For Arsenal, that is when we signed Ozil. That is where we're signing our big players. But for this year, we've changed it up. We've turned up a note. We've brought in all the big hitters right now, FYI. I've seen pictures. People already trolling jokers, putting pictures of him and now in a Timberland boot. Well, we'll see, guys. We'll see. I think right now Arteta will need to make his play. Jokers need to be the more focal point moving forward. I think Jokers will need to be the more focal point. That's the thing, The same thing you saw with Chelsea. Chelsea, they have made Joe Pedro their focal point. Even if you saw Cole Palmer, he's putting it on him. He's putting it on him, he's putting it on him. So I think this is the same thing we should be doing. I don't want the ball going to Saka all the time. Saka. We tired, man. Give this lad a rest, He was injured last season as well. You're going to take him to the Stormer again. If you saw the preseason game with Tottenham, they were doubling up on him. We have some games, I think, in the Emirates Cup with the Emirates. I think at home, we will do better. I think foreign territories might be a different thing. But I think at home, and the way we guys reacted to the Tottenham game, they will definitely be out here to prove a point. This is the thing. They will definitely be out here to prove a point, because they know the fans are very, very angry. So I think, but I haven't checked the schedule, who are we going to play, but I think they will definitely have a point to prove when we come to Emirates, playing in Emirates, and they will definitely have a point to prove. They will be very, very, because my thing is, I'm not with selling Martinelli. I'm not with the idea of selling Martinelli. I think he needs to be fed the ball. He needs to have support. The way Saka has support, the way Saka has options. Saka, Odegaard is there. Ben White is there. Martinelli doesn't have that. Because MLS is inverting. Only when Califuel is praying, that is when usually he's a bit more lively. He does, and Declan Rice, he cannot do what Xhaka used to do, putting those through ball passes with his left foot and putting into Martinelli. So I know people are going at Martinelli because he cannot take on defenders. He has been failing to dribble past even one defender. I think that has been the main thing for Martinelli, that he cannot get past through even one defender. So it's a hell of questions, but for preseason I think we're good. Only for today, guys, I just want to tell you that Manchester United have taken a loss, and Sesko has chosen Newcastle over Manchester United. Reasons will be clear, because Newcastle are in the Champions League. Newcastle are performing at a higher level. Who needs to go up to the bottom and climb up again? 10, 17, 8, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9. No one is ready to risk that, with what Ruben Amorim is doing at the moment, playing haram football. But the Bournemouth game was a good one. I don't know if they can replicate the same thing on Premier League starts, but the first day we have Manchester United, people. Arsenal versus Manchester United. Rub your hands, grab some popcorn. If you put some beers, it's going to be livid. It's going to be electric. And we are putting... Gyökeres needs to score, He needs to score. He needs to score in Old Trafford. Just for the sake of it, just for banter reasons, just so people cannot say anything. Because if Gyökeres scores, what they will say? They cannot say anything. They cannot say anything. Guys, it's been good, Thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow I'm gonna be there. Tomorrow I might be there. Tomorrow is a Sunday. I'll be there. I'm a lock in as well. Hopefully we have something to talk about. We have some news to talk about. And hopefully by tomorrow you guys can shed some light on what you think with Isak and what Liverpool has been doing. They've been working with a chip on their chest, just trying to take any player they feel like they want to take from Newcastle, But guys, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you've smashed the like and you've subscribed to your boy, and that notification bell is on. Thank you. You're far too kind, for tuning in, giving the time to me. It's only happening because of you guys at the end of the day. So love for the love, people. I'm gonna be back tomorrow as well. I'm out, but I'm out. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Make sure you're there and you're locked in. Tomorrow's episode is going to be out, so make sure you guys are there. Hopefully tomorrow, I think tomorrow we'll have a clear picture on what Alexander Isak is trying to do. But make sure that notification bell is on, that subscribe button is on. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think.